And here we are, Capcom, back before you used to be evil. To be fair, this is probably the game that, like, stole their soul after a fashion, you know? Because, like this, when you think about it, when you sit back and think, I don't get what this whole opening is, by the way, I don't understand. When you sit back and think about it, this game was a huge endeavor. It was kind of a big risk, too. Like, I can't imagine how much it cost, even at the time, to, like, completely remake an entire game. You know? Like, that must have been an undertaking. And it bombed. This game bombed incredibly hard, which is really disappointing. And it's also sad because, like, even with this re-release, I still think they're like, man, it still wasn't worth it. And, like, at the end of the day, that's probably what sealed their fate. They were probably like, you know what? Fuck it, we're just gonna be evil from now on. And then they were, and it's sad. But they're making a little bit of a turnaround, I guess.
Resident
Evil. No, fuck that. And what's cool is because these are in-game graphics, except for the opening FMV, I think she does show up in her alternate costume. I've always loved the RE3 costume. So, I know I already did a speed run, sorta, of this game. So, I've already proved that I got the biggest dick, because I finished it in under 3 hours. So, this time, it's just more low-key, slow-paced playthrough, where I'm just gonna, you know, go at my own pace and appreciate the story a little bit, both of the game and around the game, you know? And I'm also testing out this new microphone that I got for Christmas. 1 year ago, I got this Elgato to record video games.
The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
And technical hurdle after technical hurdle has
Bravo
impeded
team's helicopter was a derelict.
my usage of it a lot. But now I think with this new mic, my last little excuse is kind of run out. Especially since I don't really feel guilty about dropping the face cam thing anymore. I mean, I know, Nick, you like the face cam because you like my pretty face, but, you know, I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest, I hate face cams anyway. I hate fucking face cam LPs. Like, they piss me off so goddamn much. So, you know, we can talk on Skype whenever you want, if you want to see me, and me not see you, because you're a little squirrely. But, you know, when it comes to Let's Playing, like, really, like, I'm making these for you, but also I'm making them for me, you know? And I want to make LPs that I would want to watch. And things that I hate in LPs, spending 5 minutes on the fucking title screen talking about the playthrough instead of just playing the game and clicking start, and face cams. So, like, I'm totally giving up on the face cams. Relying on the internal microphone of the laptop was always a huge issue. And now I've got this, so now that's really it, you know? So this is kind of the maiden voyage to see if the new way that I can do LPs or playthroughs like this from now on can work. And I have editing software, so I can do stuff like I don't have to do it like it's all sitting down in one take. I can pause while still recording and get up and walk around and fuss around, and after I'm done recording, I can fucking, you know, edit out the parts where I was, you know, had it sitting on pause for like 10 fucking minutes. I can cut out shit that's redundant, you know, it's all good, you know? All of these issues are done, so, you know.
Chris, this way!
This is me seeing if I can make something that I can be satisfied with finally. And I know this game pretty well, and I have the Infinite Rocket Launcher on this file, so I'm going to be using that, because I don't give a fuck, I already beat the game in under 3 hours. Enter the survival horror of this loading screen. What the fuck is with that? I don't get it, man. If it wasn't for that occasional, like, jutting over to the PS4 front end, this would be a perfect port.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
Yep.
What is this place?
What a mansion!
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
I really wish,
Hey, Wesker,
wish that they had a voice option to
go back
put in the original terrible voice acting on the new game.
Was that?
Chris?
No!
Because the new voice acting is genuinely terrible. Chris was our old partner, you know?
Chris and I go back a long way.
Fuck you, this is so bad. Like, this is genuinely bad voice acting. The original game had funny bad voice acting, and I would argue that it was intentionally bad voice acting. I mean, not intentionally bad, like the like they knew the performances they were giving weren't good, and like the director was going, no, act worse, it's gonna be funny. I mean, like,
a dining room.
The fucking, like, they just got some Randys, some Japanese, some Americans. Oh, here we go. Check out this Infinite Rocket Launcher. Combine it with my handgun to form a rocket launching handgun. That would be cool. Check this out. Whoa! Look at it go. Waha! What are the mechanics of this thing? Look at that. You never have to reload it, so I don't know why they bothered to put in that little detail, but whoa! Anyway, Infinite Rocket Launcher. I also have the Infinite Handgun, but it starts out in an item box. This game is so beautiful. I also have tank controls on, because that is the only way you're allowed to play this game. Shut the fuck up.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
I hope this is not Chris's blood.
Blood.
Like, you know, they got some, like, American people, English-speaking people who were living in Japan to do the voice acting. The Japanese directors, let's hope it's not Chris's blood. Anyway, the Japanese directors probably didn't know English. And they weren't even credited. They were credited on a first-name basis, so to this day, we have no idea who the voice actors in that original game are. That's really weird. You know? Those unsung heroes. Anyway, I referred to this in the speed run, but if you go back and try to leave the door like this, again, you can't skip these. That really annoys me, because there's a version of this game where you can.
That gunfire. I'm counting on you to investigate, Jill.
Sure thing, Wesker.
I'll just be out here jerking off. What do you do? Wesker, I don't understand your plan. Wesker. Okay, then you run back. I think you can just turn around and instantly interact with the door again, but it's weird. The trigger for this is kind of weird. And then you try to leave again.
Got cold feet already? That's not like you.
And you try to leave again, and it's like, fuck you, go be a man. And then you run back. Here we go.
Who is it?
You! Freeze! Get away from him, Jill! He's insane!
Do you see what I mean? This voice acting is just terrible.
What the hell?
We better report this to Wesker.
Yeah, apparently if you take too long, then the fucking first zombie in the game just gets fucking impatient and runs out here being like, bitch, you're wasting too much time. Stop wasting my time. Fucking made a good sprint from the middle of the room back to the fucking hallway he starts out in. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if it saves more time to do that than to run, you know, through the corridor and back, but, you know. Didn't really matter. I finished it anyway.
Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Good idea. Even though he's clearly not in this hall, let's not leave this hall. And see where we can run. Again, like, where did Wesker go? Because his thing is, he's like, I gotta collect... Okay, his plan doesn't make any sense. I need to collect combat data for the BOWs. I also referred to this. Apparently, if you go through around down there, that's supposed to trigger. But it doesn't. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, then. Weird.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
Now it's Wesker's turn to disappear.
We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could
What a
easily
mansion.
get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick.
Might be useful if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you. Like, fuck you! There should be a version of this game that's the best of all worlds.
Let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
There should be a version of this game with the terrible voice acting of the original, the remake-ness of the remake. Oh, and by the way, fuck you, Barry. We're gonna go right back to the dining hall and find that you're not there. Where did Barry go? Instant teleportation. And the door-skipping animations of dual-screen Devil Survivor, or whatever that version is called, on the DS, which is actually a really fun version. Hope these don't come from your friends. Spoilers. Oh shit, what am I, okay. Yeah, it makes me sad because in the DS, and I guess in the original version as well, when you use the rocket launcher, it blows them to smithereens. You know, it like blows them apart. But in this version, it doesn't do that because of the Crimson Heads. Because it wouldn't be fair. Anyway, it's the black guy, the token black guy of Stars. Surprisingly, the black guy in the horror movie is not the first person to die. Kevin, in the opening FMV, Kevin Forrester was the first person to die. Even of Bravo Team, there are people... Oh, Frost. That's it. Forrester's the guy with the grenade launcher who turns into a zombie upstairs. I used to be way into Resident Evil when I was little, you know? Way into the canon. When I was too young to realize how fucking stupid this game's story was. That zombie there, this zombie here, fucking, he never does anything in the whole game. Like, he will just sit here forever, but he never gets up and does anything. He's just a lazy piece of shit. He's wasting everyone's time. Fuck this guy. Oh man, this game is gorgeous. Anyway, I don't know why, because in the original game, you do go across the hall to get the map, and like that door is unlocked. This guy will be our first Crimson Head later. But I don't know why they kept that line in this version, because it's really misdirecting, you know? Fuck off, asshole. Butt face. Your bald ass face, you bald face. So I don't know why they kept it in this version, because in the original you do want to go across the hall. But in this version it's completely antithetical, because you go across the hall to get the, the map and your first defense item, but the door's locked. So you think, well, what am I missing? Because the game told me to go through this way. But it's a total misdirect. Because you're supposed to go back through the dining room and go through this section that was never in the original game. And it's just, I don't know. Because it's only by getting the arrowhead and going through another completely new area of the game that you're able to get the sword key. And that is what unlocks the doors. I'm pretty sure the sword key is a complete fabrication of this game, too. Because in the original, Jill just used her lockpick. But I could be a liar about that. You suck. See how trivial this makes it? But hey, you know, I'm a firm believer in if you earned it, use it. You know, that's why I'm such a big believer in New Game Plus modes. Look at how gorgeous this game is. Like, if I beat the game, I beat the game. Fuck you. Let me just breeze through it. I beat the game legit. I beat it for realsies. And, you know, especially on games that have, like, higher difficulties, that you unlock things by playing it on hard mode, or by beating it in a certain frame of time. You know, just fuck you, let me... Literally every door in this first area is fucking locked. Let me have the thing. You know, I earned it. Let me do the thing that makes the game fucking a trivial non-challenge. Because I earned it, you know? New Game Plus, oh, but you're gonna have an end game level overpowered character and just stomp all over the beginning of the game. Good! That's what I want! I'm playing this game on hard mode with the fucking infinite rocket launcher and just tearing ass through everything. I earned it. Fuck you. You know? I do what I want. Snap that bad boy in there. That is really... like, fuck, man. Spencer's a jackass. I mean, that is a pretty good excuse. You know, like... such a good... Imagine playing this game for the first time on the GameCube, and, like, you've played the original game on the PlayStation so many times, and you play this, and you're like, yeah, it's a remake, and you come down here, and you're like, what the fuck is this fire? Am I descending into hell? What the oh, goddammit. What the fuck is that? Oh my god! This wasn't in the original! What the fuck? It must have been such a cool moment. You know, fun fact, actually, like, when I first got this game, like, I didn't have any experience, with the original on the PlayStation. But I did have plenty of experience with this version on the GameCube. And by plenty of experience, I mean I was a total pansy as a kid. Work of curses, four masks. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Smell no evil is not a thing, Japan. I don't know where you're getting that from. That's not part of the thing. Anyway. I got this game, I rented it, I believe, on the GameCube. And I played, and I popped it in, and I watched that cool opening FMV, and I got to, the part where, oh, I feel bad for not showing it off now, because I did the alternate version, but, that first reveal of the first zombie, oh, hold on. I like examining them so that they're named, because otherwise they'll just be called, you know, generic mansion key. I got to the corridor next to the dining room, and I saw the zombie for the first time, and it had that reveal where it turned its head, and it's all fucked up and awesome. And, fucking stopped playing that game. And, got nightmares for a week. This game legit gave me nightmares from the very first zombie encounter when I first played it oh so long ago. I was a child. I was a child. Another fun fact, Resident Evil 0 did not give me nightmares because that game fucking sucks. It's actually coming out, I think, tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna get it, even though I hate it. But, you know, that's how I am. I don't need to like something to buy it. I will buy something out of spite if I have to. Yay, map. I also liked the DS version, because, you know, you could use the bottom screen, I think it was the bottom screen, I'm not sure, as the map. Or the top screen, I forget. It was one or the other. Obviously. And that saved a lot of time. Here's your tutorial zombie to teach you, oh god, oh I tripped over my boot heels. Oh, buddy. You're okay. Here's another cool moment, because again, this was, you know, a treat for the people who played the original religiously. And then they get this remake, and they're like, oh, damn, look at this remake. I know what's going on in this game, because I played the original. You run down this hallway. Oh, that's so scary! Because you played the original, the zombie dogs would burst through the fucking window and spook ya, and you'd be like, oh, fuck. And then you're going down this hallway in the remake, and you're anticipating that, and then boom, that happens. But the dogs don't come through, and you're like, oh. And so now every time you go down this hallway from now on, you're gonna be like, shit, 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 and you're not gonna know. And they don't burst through until like the fucking 5th time or something that you go down this hallway. It's so great. Like, remakes that play on the expectations of people who played the originals are perfect. And look at this shot. Look at this camera angle. Look at Jill's boobs. Look at him wiggle. Bounce and sway. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Look at how good this fucking model is. That's what that camera angle is for. That's what that camera angle means. Look at how good that fucking character model is. I miss fucking pre-rendered backgrounds, you know? Anyway, there's a whole bunch of herbs and, gasoline tank here, so you have to come back here if you want to. You don't have to, but you want to come back here and get those herbs later, or that gasoline, and then those dogs will jump over the fence and get at you. And it's pretty interesting. Like, this game is such a good little, like, battle of attrition, you know? Like, if you're playing the game properly, you're, you know, playing it, the version that I did on the, when I did the speed run, like, you're taking a hike, which is, like, normal mode. Oh, spooky. Yeah. I wouldn't be doing too great after that one either, Joe. No worries. You're still cool. That's one of the ways that Jill's game is easier than Chris's, because Jill just curb stomps this mofo. Chris actually has to fight him. Like, the guy drops down, and then he gets up, and then you actually have to kill him yourself. And and that costs you bullets. Or you just run out of the room, I suppose. But later he will burst through the wall, because he's a dick. And later, zombies will come through these windows. And that's what I mean, like, it's this, like, oh, should I get the shotgun now? I don't, I forget I forget. Because, like, Barry will only show up a couple of times. And, like, if you get the shotgun now, he won't show up later. I think. I forget specifically what the trade-off is. Because it is a trade-off. The trade-off is you get the shotgun early, but then Barry doesn't come during some other event that he shows up on. I think it might be Plant 42, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to leave the shotgun alone because A, I don't need it. And B, I want him to... I'm going to do the Plant 42 thing. So, oh man, I forget. This battle of attrition, where, like, because the ammo boxes are rationed so perfectly, like, you've seen so far, like, I haven't come across any spare ammo so far, you know? Like, so far, I've just had those 14 bullets I've started off with, and who knows how many I could have spent so far. Like, so much of this game is based around avoiding the zombies instead of fighting them, like, because your ammo is so limited. Like, that, like, obviously, that's the whole fucking, like, that's the whole crux of the game. That's what it's famous for. And see, here is the, infinite handgun, and here's a closet key. I don't know what that unlocks. There's a door in here that this key unlocks. I forget what it is. Go ahead and dump this also. I would use this, but, like, it doesn't stun lock the zombies, and I'm just gonna use the fucking rocket launcher, I don't care. Go ahead and put this here. Otherwise, I'm good. Don't think I need to save. You know, that's what this game is famous for, but, like, when you sit back and, like, take it in, it's such a great system of risk-reward, and, like, it really makes the game scary. Because you're like, oh shit, I don't like, you saw during the, speedrun, I did have moments where I was like, I just straight up don't have any bullets. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh, fuck me. Oh, right in the face. What am I going to do? I don't have any bullets. If I come across any zombies, I'm pretty much fucked. I'm gonna have to just take a hit. Or, you know, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And if you're a new player, like, that's just something that, you know, skilled players are able to, like, they know what they're doing. They know how to avoid zombies. But if you're a new player, you're like, what the fuck? Like, it really makes for a unique gaming experience of discovery, and, like, it's just something modern games don't really have as much in abundance anymore, especially with the existence of the internet. Like, back then, you didn't have the internet, you were on your own. And, you know, I'm not lamenting it so much, because I'm not that kind of person, but I do like to, you know, sit back and appreciate those, you know, those things, those, you know, landmarks of the past that we don't really have anymore. Those unique gaming experiences and design philosophies. And especially, I will say this, it is depressing that, like, survival horror for the most part is kind of dead nowadays. And, you know, like, ironically, Resident Evil is kind of what killed it. This game killed classic survival horror by, you know, it was a celebration of it. It was, you know, like, this is the game that oh shit, what am I doing? Crumple memo. Alright, somewhere else. Find it. Why did I forget? You're talking about Blow Up Doll? Don't need that magazine. Thank you. Need this. Okay, here's something, it's sort of a retcon, I think it might have been in the original though, that just fucks up future games in the series. The green herbs and the red herbs, the healing herbs are supposed to be unique to the Arklay Mountain range. These herbs exist here in the Arklay Mountains, and those are the herbs that Umbrella makes their pharmaceutical drugs out of, and they don't exist anywhere else in the world. And yet, you will come across these herbs in fucking, on a prison island in Code Veronica and in Antarctica. You will come across them in fucking rural Spain, not Spain. You'll come across them in fucking Africa. You'll come across them on another prison island. Like, it's an iconic item of the series, but it shouldn't exist outside of the Arklay Mountains, because that's what they established here. Oh no. This is such a cool way to get a map. Look at this. So you open the book, and you put it against the imprinting of the painting that's been heated up, of the map that's been heated up by the fire, and then that's what the map is. The map is the fire engraving of the fucking thing that you burned onto a thing. So every time I do this, and check the map, Jill is pulling out this fucking wooden mount. That's great to me. But, like, you know, this game was the celebration of the, quote-unquote, the original survival horror game. And it bombed, and that's one reason that it kind of killed Resident Evil. And because, like, it was the perfection of it. You know, like, Resident Evil 1, quote-unquote, created modern survival horror, and then, like, it rebuilt the wheel, and it made it better to an extent, and it you know, like, what else could do better? You know, it's that thing of, like, why even bother? Nothing's ever gonna get better than this, you know? I should have gone back and dropped off some stuff in the item box. Oh, you know what? I'll just do this. I'll get the ink ribbon and save real quick, because this little video is going on pretty long. And I'll also say, like, you know, Resident Evil 4 also killed classic survival horror by reinventing it, turning it into action horror, you know? Like, Resident Evil 4 was not survival horror anymore. It still played like Resident Evil, but it reinvented it. And, you know, like, Resident Evil 4 is a topic for a whole nother day, because that game just completely redefined the game industry for a while. You know, like, fucking, like, there are landmark games in history where, like, you can trace everything that the industry was doing for, like, 5 years minimum back to that game, and Resident Evil 4 was one of those games. But that's a topic for another day. Talked a lot about, you know, Resident Evil in terms of, you know, the meta-narrative, so to speak, but I also want to talk about the plot of the games, you know? Because, it's dumb. It's dumb, and it's fun to talk about, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a kibosh on this video. Hope it did pretty well, because otherwise I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm gonna not save over the clear data, because I don't know how this recording went. But if it went well, then, you know, then obviously this new setup's working. And, you know, I hope to make, not only finish this, but also make many more videos to come regularly now, because I literally have no excuse anymore. So, you know, thanks for watching, and see you next time.